What's good, Wizards fans? The Washington Wizards select at pick 14. They select Carrington Bub Carrington out of Pittsburgh, from Baltimore, Maryland. I believe he went to St. Francis Academy as well. So another local guy here in Bub Carrington, 6'5", 18 years old, so still very, very young. Freshman, had a triple double in his first career game against North Carolina A&T. Had a triple double, 18, 10 boards, and 12 assists. I feel like he had another double during the season, but I'm looking at the numbers. He did not. You look at his numbers. He averaged 13.8 points a game, 5.2 boards a game, and 4.1 assists at Pittsburgh. 24 points in his last game of his career against North Carolina, where he played 40 minutes in that game. 24 points, 4 for 8 from the three-point line. Was a little inconsistent from the three-point line. So you look at some of the shooting numbers, they're not great. But he certainly can shoot the ball, 32% from the three. Field goal percentage was 41%. So the numbers don't pop field goal percentage-wise. But if you watch the games and watch the tape, he's a pick-and-roll maestro. He's a screen and roll maestro. Pull-up jumper maestro. I'm probably butchering the word, but you guys get what I'm saying. He's really good at the screen and roll, orchestrating that, getting the ball to open shooters, getting the ball to the open big, or just knocking it down a mid-range jumper. He can hit step-back threes too, but you're looking at, he plays like a Baltimore guy. A lot of tween crawl, step-backs, bevy of moves, has a bag, really nice passing, advanced passing. So he's a really skilled player, man, and they got time for him to develop as well. A lot of people say he reminds them of Sean Livingston because he's just a smooth guy. He's taller. Some people say he's 6'7", but I see 6'4" on ESPN. I see 6'5" here on other sites. 190 pounds, and this basically is from the Denny Avdia trade. So we'll look at this and kind of compare careers. I know it's gonna be a little while from now, but you look at what you got later down the line. You'll be like, oh, if Bub Carrington turns out to be a really good player, you're gonna be like, oh, okay, the Denny trade was worth it. But if Bub turns out to be a mid-level or doesn't play up to expectations, then it's like, okay, you gave Denny up for the 14th pick of the draft, and it doesn't work out. But I mean, I'm optimistic. I think Bub Carrington is going to be a good player. I think he's very, very talented. I'm happy to have him in DC. Like I said, very skilled. Man, he's gonna be fun to watch. Fun to watch. He's athletic too. Like I said, he's a good rebounder too. Heck of a rebounder. 5 boards a game, standing at 6'4", 6'5". And like I said, had a really, really big game against North Carolina in the ACC tournament as well. So I do want to go over some numbers here, some stats that I did find. Just looking around like Synergy and other websites and whatnot. Bub Carrington, he was ranked by Sam Vecini. He was ranked 8th overall in Sam Vecini's board. So some people had him as a top 10 pick. So the Wizards might have got a steal in Bub Carrington. John Hollinger had him ranked 22nd. So, one guy has him 22nd, one guy has him 8th. As a freshman, Bub Carrington was in the 94th percentile in total possessions operating in the pick and roll. He ranked in the 85th percentile scoring out of that type of play as well. So, I mean, like I said, the pull-up jumper, getting to the basket, the float game, finishing through contact, Bub Carrington could do it all in the pick and roll. He also shot, Bub was 6th in the NCAA in pull-up attempts at 250 and still maintained 83rd percentile efficiency at over 1 point per possession. So look at some of his highlights, man. He pulls up against West Virginia and hits a tough knockdown pull-up 3 while he's fouled, and he's just dribble dancing on people and knocking it down, tween. And knocking down pull-up 3s against West Virginia, a tough, hostile environment. Also, he ranked 90th in the. This is another stat here. Bub Carrington was an 18-year-old freshman running an average 12.6 possessions in the pick and roll, including passes per game, producing 1.072 points per possession, ranking 90th percentile across the entire Division I. Also had a 2-to-1 assist to turnover ratio. I like that a lot too. I know we talked about that with Tyus, DeLon Wright, guys like that not turning over the basketball, but that is huge in the NBA. That is huge. So yeah, nothing but good things to say about Bub Carrington, man. He is from Baltimore. Now I know some Baltimore picks in the past have not turned out. We did draft Isaiah Todd, and it didn't turn out. He didn't hit his full potential, but I still think he has the potential to be a good player, whether it's overseas or wherever he plays. some Baltimore players are just hit or miss. I'll just say that. But there's a lot of talent coming out of Baltimore, man. A lot of talent, man. Of course, Carmelo, Muggsy Bogues, Rudy Gay. I can go on and on and on about Baltimore. Talent. And Sam Cassell, Juan Dixon. He did play for the Wizards. Didn't really pan out here, but he's still a legend. Still a Maryland legend for sure. Reggie Lewis going back in the day. Gary Neal was a good shooter out of Baltimore. Jalen Smith plays for the Pacers. Reggie Williams, David Wingate, just going back, taking it back. But like I said, Carmelo for sure is one of the most well-known Baltimore, and Muggsy Bogues, of course, too. So, but yeah, like I said, I mean, we'll see how it pans out. But I like the pick. I really do like the pick. Will Barton out of Baltimore too. He played for the Wizards a little bit too, but he's really good on the Nuggets. So there has been some recent talent coming out of Baltimore for sure. So we'll see how it pans out. But I think it's a good pick. I'm not gonna give it a grade. Other guys they could have taken, Jared McCain out of Duke. He can shoot the lights out. I did like him. I think he's gonna be a good player. Dalton Connect out of Tennessee, possibly. Khalil Ware still on the board. Evis Misi still on the board. So I like this pick, man. How does he fit with the roster? I mean, we got Jordan Poole at the point, Malcolm Brogdon at the point too. So he probably will come off the bench to start off, but I think he's gonna be a good developmental player. And he should get some playing time. Everybody should play. All the young guys should play. And I think Brian Keefe's going to do a good job of helping him develop and get playing time. So you guys let me know what you guys think. Hell to the Commanders. Hell to the Wizards. Peace.